Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another Crypto Empire live stream. My name is Connor and this is where we dominate the crypto market. I want to welcome everybody to this Crypto Empire live stream. Tonight it is Saturday evening around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can already see we have 10 viewers in the live chat. Go ahead right now and smash up that like button and of course get some hype in the chat. We got GT Nuts saying thank you for doing this today on Saturday. My pleasure, GT Nuts. Thank you for being here early, actually, to the live stream, ready to get into it. We will be covering mostly TA on this stream because the market's all over the place, pumping up, pumping down. Everybody is wondering what's going on, so we'll be spending a lot of times in the charts this stream. We got Crackshot saying, I think 9K will be the bottom, but I'm hoping it does go lower. We'll talk about that, but I am in agreement with you around that $9,000 to $12,000 number. We got Free Your Mind saying, I think the 10 to 14K range is a pretty safe bet. Honestly, I want the price to go this low, but anything below that in the 3 to 6K range, I think will delegitimize with the long future of Bitcoin. I don't think it goes that low to 3 to 6K, but we'll see. And also, we got Crackshot saying, Free Your Mind definitely even now is a safe bet. Yes, I agree. We got Rigoberto as well. We got Sniff. We got Bailey Miller. We got Reverend Flashback. And we got Luthi Rachel saying hello. What is happening, everybody? With that being said, while everybody kind of gets accustomed to the stream, everybody's coming in right now. We're just getting started. Let's get into the crypto market overview right now. So taking a look at the crypto market right now, Bitcoin is trading at $19,150, Ethereum trading at $983, and everything. Altcoins are actually holding relatively strong. We're seeing huge sell-offs on Bitcoin, and Ethereum was actually leading the charge today, selling off before Bitcoin because a lot of liquidations happening on chain. Big entities like Celsius still struggling with liquidity. We'll be talking about that. Now taking a look at today's top gainers, we have T-Fuel up 12% right now. Quant up 6%, and then everything else is relatively flat. Taking a look at today's top losers, we do have Stacks down 17%, Aave down 13%, Qcoin down 13%, below $10 now for KCS, all right? KCS, one of the coins that I do like to pick up on this bear market during this crypto winter, so interesting to see now below $10. We'll see how low it does go, but I mean, that is a pretty good price with the future of the token at that. We have Matic, Polygon Matic down 12.8% on the day. A lot of red, a lot of blood in the streets right now. Now, I'm not sure why it doesn't show up on the top gainers for today, but we do have Lit Entry pumping like mad today. Up around 30% on the day. If we take a look at this, up 33%, trading at 99 cents. So just out of nowhere, this thing is pumping in the middle of a bear market. We'll be getting into my speculation on the play I made today with Lit Entry and the result that did come of that. But crazy to see this market cap, or this coin with a market cap of $36.9 million, up 33% today, and up 42 and 46% in Bitcoin and Ethereum terms, meaning that it is being bought in droves with BTC and Ethereum. This is whale games going on, and I do think it will dump hard from here, but we'll take a look at that chart as well. With that being said, we can also take a look at the live chat and see we have Arturo Torres saying, what's up, Connor? What is up, Arturo? Thank you for being here in the live stream. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Straight Crypto saying, what's up, man? We are going to 3.8K ultimate low. That would be something if we went ahead and tested the lows from that March of 2020 crash at 3.8K. Not sure it does get there, but I mean, that would be a spectacle and probably the buying opportunity once again of a lifetime, just like it was back in March of 2020. Anthony Cox giving his prediction of $6,000 to $9,000 on Bitcoin. Interesting. I like that prediction, Anthony. Josh saying Richard Hart's at 11K. Okay, nice. Me and Richard Hart are on the same page then. Rigoberto saying Ethereum at 650. I'm about to pawn some stuff for more cash to invest in. Rigoberto is always talking about getting to the money and investing it into crypto or investing it back into himself. Shout out to Rigoberto for always having the right mindset and for always being proactive, taking action, and making the best of the situation we do have at hand. So big shout outs to Rigoberto over there. a loyal Crypto Empire community member. We also have Cryptoverse Explorer saying, "What's up, bro? I've been waiting for this moment since the beginning of the year. DCA mode is on. First Bitcoin buy at $17,800. Great first dollar cost average buy there, Cryptoverse Explorer. I like that." We got Wendy saying, "Hey, Connor, exciting times." Exciting times indeed, Wendy. Very exciting. We also have Rigoberto saying, "Welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here. Let's get some hype. Smash up that like button." Absolutely. Adrian Kent giving the thumbs up. Absolutely, Adrian. Thumbs up to you as well. And Jazzy saying, "What's good, Connor? May the gains be with you." Shout out to you, Jazzy. May the gains be with you as well. All right, let's go ahead and move on with the stream and take a look at the charts, because that's what we are all here for right now. So let's get into today's Bitcoin technical analysis. Let's start out on the daily chart, take a look at this daily, and just this wick, a brutal wick low to $17,567 on the Bitget chart, as you can see right here. So a huge sell-off today, and we have bounced quite violently, now trading at $19,100. So a very violent short squeeze. A lot of traders got stopped out on a lot of positions, actually including myself. Right, I took a lit entry position. As you guys can see, my entry at 91 cents and above, stop at 107. This thing I was expecting to collapse. However, Bitcoin bounced hard, Ethereum bounced hard, and lit entry bounced even harder, completely short squeezing the entire market, bouncing up to $1.10. So I did take a loss on this position today, as you can see from my call. Great shorting opportunity, up 25% in this bear market. I did mention, however, this can wick up well past $1 on a moment's notice, so don't bet any extreme amounts of money. But even with low leverage, this can double your money. I was expecting a huge drop, but I did actually get stopped out on this position, which is a shame, because I was expecting this to have a free fall down to around 50 cents. But the market had a different idea, and this thing is still pumping right now. So this is an ongoing development, and I'm interested to see if this will actually form an uptrend. I strongly doubt it. I think this is a bear market exit pump, and I am expecting a huge rollover on lit entry. However, let's get back to the subject at hand, which was Bitcoin. I did get a little bit sidetracked there, but I wanted to explain to you the position that I did take today. Now on Bitcoin, we have been just sliding down. Like, look at the velocity of this crash. There are no bounces, and the bounces are so short-lived. We had this one bounce from high to low. It was 14%. Okay, this bounce looks like less than 14%. This one was 11%. So these bounces on this way down are pathetically weak. This one was 5%, and now we have a bounce of 10%, okay? And this was a straight free fall down from up here at $31,000, $32,000 when we had this big consolidation range. So the market is brutal. Shorts are being paid big time, and it's just not the market to be looking for longs right now, and that's just the reality of the situation. Now, if we look at today's price action, if we go to where the day actually opened, let's drop a vertical line on that market open right here. You can see just a few hours after the fresh daily candle opened, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we just had a free fall down. Completely busted through that 20K support level. Just shattered it. No regard whatsoever for any buyers, any liquidity here. And we went right, literally straight down to $17,500. This is a big level down here, clearly with the violent bounce up. Now, we did have overhead resistance over here at 18,600. Price went ahead, wicked into it. If we even drop this down to a 30-minute price chart, we'll get super low in the time frames. I typically don't like to go this low in the time frames, but for this live stream we will, because it is relevant to the situation right now. So as you can see, previous support becomes new resistance. So we had this violent wick down to $18,680 here. Then price went ahead on its way back higher, tested that same previous support, new resistance level, had a small pullback, and then went ahead and just completely took out all the shorts, looking to ride a continuation move down lower on this Bitcoin move, right? Just a brutal, I mean, this could have been a very quick scalp, but I think everybody who entered here at 18,600 was looking for a continuation move. So I think a lot of people just got destroyed on this pump just a few hours ago, and now we went ahead and pumped up to resistance as well at $19,470 approximately, just up here, and we are retracing from that. So a little play-by-play price action for you on this Saturday evening. If you did enjoy it, smash up that like button. But we are just getting started here with this live stream, so be sure to stick with me until the very end. Now that is our play-by-play price action update on Bitcoin. We are now getting rejected at resistance up here at 19,400 and headed lower. Now it is a 3-day weekend here in the US. We do have Father's Day this weekend. Shout out to all the dads out there for being the legends that you are, right? Big shout out to my dad as well if he's watching this right now. But we do have a 3-day weekend. The traditional markets won't actually be open on Monday. But I do believe we will have some continuation lower when the traditional markets do actually open up next week. I think that the sell-off is not nearly over. Now, we are due for these bounces, right? Because like I just discussed, we haven't had any real bounces past like 14%. That's very, very weak. A huge sign of strength for the bears out there. But now really we're kind of in limbo, just below major resistance now at 20K. And we are between major support as well at around $17,000, right? $17,000 has been that price level that I have been waiting for, been talking about now for quite some time, for the Bitcoin price to reach it, 16,000. Ultimately, I still don't think that's the low of the bear market, because this can last for another 6 to 9 to 12 months very easily. There's a lot of stuff happening with the Celsius liquidations and 3 Hours Capital going under and a lot of big other funds going bust. That's definitely contributing, but the ultimate factor on why all of this is happening is still just the overall global macroeconomy and the Federal Reserve tightening rates, which just contracts the entire economy. Inflation is obviously a huge problem. Supply chain is a huge problem, causing inflation as well. Excessive money printing, of course, we can't forget about that. But there are so many factors happening on the global economic scale that until those get sorted out, then this crypto bear market isn't going to end. So until the Fed pivots, it could take another 6 to 12 months very easily. So you need to be prepared for that scenario to happen. Because ultimately, I think we do actually go much lower than 16. I think we can hit, as a lot of people were talking about, $10,000 to $12,000 on Bitcoin. And it could take months to get there. We could bounce back up to 30K. Everybody can get all excited. Oh, the bear market's over. Only for it to be a hard rejection, just a typical bear market bounce, to see continuation down lower, ultimately down to these lower targets. Price will never travel in a straight line. Everybody should know that at this point. But ultimately, I do think for the bear market low, it's going to be somewhere around 12K, I would say, right? Because if you look at the chart, you can't see it on Bitget because it doesn't go back that far. But if we looked at something like, actually it does go back that far on Bitget. What am I saying? So if we look at the Bitget chart, down here, I mean, there is structure over here at the 18K down to $16,000 level with this demand zone. But lower than that, the next obvious place on the chart is going to be over here at around the $12,000 level. So just doing basic objective TA, 12K is definitely a level to have on your chart, because it is possible we do get there over time. It's going to take a while. This is not going to bottom tomorrow, this week, this month, or the next month. This can easily take 6 to 12 months to actually go ahead and bottom out. So just bunker in and protect your capital. And it is a great price to dollar cost average right now, because as a dollar cost average investor, you just simply want the best average price over time. And being that just 6 months ago, Bitcoin was like $50,000. 6 months later, it's now $19,000. You are getting it at a major discount, a much lower average price than it was 6 months ago. So if you're a dollar cost average investor, which, not financial advice, but I strongly encourage for everybody watching this, because it is the most foolproof way to make money in crypto. Just dollar cost average over time. Have strong hands and wait for the next cycle. It's a proven system to multiply money, right? Bitcoin 10x'd easily. It over 10x'd from its low. So all you have to do is just continue to accumulate it. And you 10x'd even on Bitcoin. If you bought ETH, you 50x. Cardano, you like 80x from the lows. So there's no excuse. Definitely I recommend, if you don't dollar cost average right now, even if it's just a small amount, it does add up over time. So I strongly encourage you to to set up that for your own financial situation. But yes, right now is a fantastic price to dollar cost average into the market at $19,000. Ethereum below 1,000, right? 3-figure ETH we've been talking about. It did happen now. Another prophecy fulfilled here. And things will continue to most likely go lower. But as a dollar cost average investor, yes, these are great opportunities to take nibbles out of your stack. Personally, I'll let you know I've used about 15% of my overall capital to enter into the market. So I'm still holding 85% of my investment capital in cash right now, pretty much for the bear market, right? So I've deployed a little bit, but I still have the majority of my investment capital that I plan on putting into the market over this bear market. I still have about 85% of it hot and ready to go, and just not in any coins right now, right, in stables. So that's my thesis right now. That's what I'm looking for. And with that being said, let's take a look at the live chat and then get into Ethereum. We got Imad saying, Connor, I bought one Bitcoin at 21,400. Nice. I think it will go lower, but if you're going to be around in 5 years from now, I think you just got an amazing deal on one Bitcoin. Depends on your time preference, but I mean, I plan on being here in 3 to 5, 10 years from now. I think one Bitcoin will be very valuable, much higher than $21,000. So if you have that same mindset, I think that you made a great decision to purchase one Bitcoin at 21,400. Of course, it can go lower from here, like I just talked about, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you don't know when the bottom will be. And I mean, hopefully that wasn't your whole stack to go in and buy that one Bitcoin then, right? You shouldn't just deploy it all at once. You should try to go in chunks, but it's still a great price over the long term. We got 0x Ethereum, 0x ETH saying, what's up, my man? What is up, 0x? Good to see you in the live chat. Thank you for being here. GT Nuts, smash the like button. Wendy, smash that like button as well. 0x ETH saying, love these bear market live streams more than the bull market ones somehow. Yeah, I mean, what's not to love about a bear market live stream? Everybody gets to look at the chart, discuss what's happening, and I mean, just everybody wants to know exactly what's going on at all moments of time, and it is quite addicting. I don't encourage it to stare at the charts all day, but as a trader, I do spend a lot of time looking at these charts and, you know, making decisions, entering in and out of the market. But yeah, I mean, during the bear market, honestly, any volatility makes this fun. Whether we're going up or down, as long as we have movement like we have today, that's what I like. Because when we're just going sideways, it's brutally boring. Volatility allows me to actually trade. So I love when we have volatile market conditions like right now. And yeah, what more else is there to say? Rigoberto saying, these bear market vids are a new experience for me. I better soak this info and learn some stuff. Well, Rigo, you have a good exposure now because you got in the bull market and now you're seeing the bear market. So you're getting a full cycle here. You're getting a lot of education, and by the time the next bull market turns around, I mean, you're going to be weathered, you're going to be seasoned and ready to dominate even more so than you already did the previous bull run. So you're in a good position without a doubt. Mr. Outlaw is saying, if it's still going down, when will we know we can stake? I'm not sure what you mean when you say when we can stake. If you want to stake something like Ethereum or just grill a steak on the barbecue. Not sure what you mean, Mr. Outlaw. So let me know in the live chat. Please elaborate on your question so I can better answer that for you. Josh Kincaid is saying, Josh Kincaid, I predict 11K by end of November. Interesting prediction. We'll see if the Fed pivots before the end of the year in Q4. If they do, we can expect some bullish price action if the Fed wants to start lowering interest rates and hopefully printing more money. But yeah, if that happens around November, that could be the bottom. We'll see. Reverend Flashback is saying, I think we will see 12K sooner than we might think. There is physically no true support above 12K, actually at $9,500 to $9,900. Yeah, like I just talked about, right? The major support that sticks out in the chart is at 12K, so I do agree with you, Reverend Flashback. Straight Crypto saying, I'm doing at least $10 to $20 a day. It's paying off. That's an amazing way to do things. I mean, most people will mindlessly spend $10 to $20 on stupid things. Where are you going to buy candy? You can't just put off your need for instant gratification for a sugar hit and buy Bitcoin instead, right? Use your capital wisely. $10 to $20 a day, you know, we're talking $140 a week. Multiply that by 52, and you got yourself over $5,000 invested in crypto over the year by just putting into $10 to $20 a day. All right, so put off your needs and your urges for stupid purchases like candy or whatever else you're spending your $10 to $20 on, and buy Bitcoin instead. It's a great approach to go ahead and solidify your financial position in this world with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Ahmad saying, thanks, Connor, I feel better. No problem, Ahmad. I mean, join the Telegram chat if you want to ask more questions about this, or just ask them right here in the live chat. I'll answer you live on stream. Danil saying, what do you think about 4-year cycle theory, which suggests that we will bottom out in Q4 this year? Makes sense. I am on a similar timeline to that 4-year cycle theory, and when the next Bitcoin halving rolls around in 2024, I do expect things to pick up big time. And yeah, it would make sense around Q4 this year to see a bottom out. And again, a lot does rely on what's happening with the overall economy, because Bitcoin has actually never experienced a recession like this. And this could be, much bigger than a recession possibly, depending on the course of action that central banks take here. Right? If they continue to hike these rates, it's just going to be brutal. It's going to be super, super brutal. That money will be so expensive to buy. We're going to see what happens with the housing market. These high interest rates are putting people off from taking out mortgage loans right now because the rates are so high. They need to pay so much more for their monthly payment than they would have, 6 months to 1 year ago. Everybody who bought a house within the past 2 years made out like bandits with these low interest rates. All the people who waited are now priced out because they can't afford the monthly payment anymore. Prices, maybe they went up slightly, they're starting to come down a little bit, but the main thing with buying a house is the interest rate. And the rates are just so much higher. They're over double what they were over the past 1 to 2 years. Now so many people are priced out and freaking out, and we're going to see what does happen with the housing market as well. But a lot of interesting stuff happening in terms of economics, and I do love looking at this kind of stuff and, of course, making money on the speculation around it. Ahmad Syed, drastic measures hip hop, saying, unfortunately, I went all in, so I set a sell order at 21,500. Yeah, so I mean, I never recommend going all in on a purchase like that. Going all in is just not the way to do it. You want to spread out your purchases in chunks over time, because nobody can time the bottom. As much as you might think somebody is the greatest trader ever, even they're wrong. Right? No trader is right 100% of the time, and nobody can actually go ahead and time the bottom. So yeah, I never recommend just going all in like that. We got Hankster Dude in here as well saying, hey Connor, what is up, Hankster Dude? How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you in the live chat. We got Bailey Miller saying, I'm happy with where my averaging is right now. We need Papa Musk to squeeze Bitcoin to 100K. I'm in approximately 120 different assets. Wow, 120 different assets. That is a lot of assets. I'm not sure if you're talking all about cryptocurrency, but 120 different assets is a lot to manage. Personally, I think having a more concise portfolio, right? You want to go big on your strong bets. I mean, of course, depending on your capital, but even still, even if you have $1 billion fund, managing 120 different assets could cause a headache. So not sure I am in accordance with the way you're doing things, but I mean, you do you, I'm going to do me. So good for you that you have such a wide range of assets. I hope it does work out and they all hit big. But as we know, you only need a few winners to make up for all the losers and really make it big, right? Crypto is the perfect example of that. You catch one 100x with a little bit of money invested, right? And you put the same amounts into a bunch of coins that go bust. That one 100x covers all of those losers. Then you have a nice big bag of profit at the end of it that you can go do whatever you want with. So there is 1,000 ways to skin the cat, as the saying does go. There's no right, there's no wrong. The only thing is to actually be profitable and to make money. That's the most important thing at the end of the day. Jazzy saying, how's that Glimmer chart looking? Where is Glimmer's next resistance levels? Let's take a look at that. So Glimmer getting down to 55 cents. So we expected that to happen. Now overhead resistance, there is a drop-based drop supply zone just here that formed 8 hours ago. So you can mark this because it is valid resistance on the chart. You have a supply zone here around 60 to 65 cents. 61 up to 64. One overhead supply as well just here from 69 to 73. And then a major structure level on Glimmer up here at 78 cents. All right, so these are your overhead levels. We're going to see how big this bounce is, but like I said, I'm expecting the market to actually open up down come Monday and Tuesday. So we're going to see which one of these resistance levels proves to be the one that holds and sees a further push down in price. But these are your levels on Glimmer. And ultimately, again, this symmetrical pennant breakdown, yes, this is actually a symmetrical triangle. This symmetrical triangle breakdown will take us down with the measured move to 35 cents. All right, so ultimately this is where it is headed according to the technical analysis on Glimmer. But still, if you believe in this one, if you think it's a good buy, well then you're going to want to go ahead and dollar cost average into it. Now Chainlink, I actually took a trade on Chainlink today and came out on top. So Chainlink, as we can see, was between two big levels. So the two big levels on Link, down here at 550 without a doubt, was a big level, okay? But really the main two are at $5 up here, and then where we had this big reversal up here at 735 approximately. Okay, so this is the big overall range that Link has been playing. And you can say that the low of the range is going to come into play at $5.30, but there is a level just below at $5. But anyway, so for Link, we were in no man's land. Typically, I don't like to trade in no man's land in the middle of the range here. I like to wait for the extremes, the highs and the lows. But we can go ahead and see that we were trending down. And the reason I was confident to actually open this trade was because I saw Ethereum tanking, I saw Bitcoin tanking, and Link was still holding in this pennant. All right, it had not broken down yet. So we look for all these other confluence, all these other indicators. I know it wants to come down to support. I see Ethereum breaking down. I see Bitcoin breaking down. Link not breaking down just yet. So long story short, it did end up actually going ahead and breaking to the downside. And I took the entry up here at 571, took profit at 547, and then I moved my stop loss. I only took half profit up down here at 547. Then I moved my stop loss to break even. All right, so I made it impossible for me to lose on the trade. I ended up stopping out with the rest half of my position, but again, I took half of it down here. And as we can go ahead and see here, I used Bitget for this. I am trading with Bitget nowadays. If you guys want to open up a trading account with Bitget, use my link down in the description below. And you do get some nice bonuses right now. If you deposit $50, you automatically get $50 right back. And then I do believe there are bonuses depending on how much money you actually fund your account with. It is up to $4,000. And Bitget, a trading exchange that I just started using, I am affiliated with them officially now. So this is what I am going to trade with a lot going forward. So if you want to trade there as well, use my link down in the description below. But Link bounced violently with the rest of the market down here. And with this current environment with your trades, it just proves how, trade management is the most important thing, really. Yes, getting your entries down is super important. Where to place your stop loss is super important. But that's literally just the start of it. It's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to trading, especially in this current market. Trade management is so essential. Because if I didn't move my stop loss down to break even, if I didn't take half profit at 547, I would have lost like 40% of my margin on this trade. I ended up making like 50%. So trade management, absolutely critical. When do you move your stop loss down? Where do you move it down to? When do you take profits? All these things you need to know before you actually enter into a trade, or you're going to blow your account. So I definitely recommend, if you don't know how to manage any trade whatsoever, you learn that skill. If you're going to be trading right now, it's quite simple. All it is not being greedy and just taking the money that the market gives you. You can take half of it out. Let's say you're trading with $1,000 margin size. Your trade goes 50% in the profit. Okay, so you close out half of it. You take $500. You move your stop loss to break even, so you can't lose. Right, the most you can lose is $0 now if you get stopped out. So no matter what happens, you made $500 with that trade. Potentially, it could turn into another $500 gain for a total of $1,000. That's how you play the game. You need to manage the trades like a pro out here, or you will get chopped up. Chainlink trade right now today, perfect example of that. Now, I mean, we're kind of back in no man's land up here. Big resistance, as you can see, at 625. Also facing some resistance right now at $6. But we're going to see how things do develop. I'm not interested in touching this just yet right now. Probably not going to open up any more positions until the markets open on Monday. But we're going to see if we do have anything pop up between then that does look good on the charts. If we get more volatility and price wants to go ahead and test some levels on a crazy pump, I'll look to long or short it if it lines up with my edges in the market. And by the way, as well, before I move on from Link, we can go ahead and see that we formed this symmetrical pennant, and this is a continuation pattern. So you expect it to continue in the direction of the trend. All right, so you need to add up multiple things to actually enable you to make the decision to enter into a trade. So all these things add up, and if you're brand new and you're wondering what I'm saying right now, if it sounds like a different language because you're not familiar with trading lingo and terminology, stick around, hit that subscribe button. You will pick up on it rather quickly. But as a complete beginner, everything is going to sound foreign to you. You're not going to know what I'm saying half the time because this is a brand new skill set. And with a brand new skill set, you can't learn it overnight or in 1 week. It takes time to develop. And just like anything else in life, knowledge is nothing without actually applying it. So you can go read all the trading books in the world. You can watch all the courses in the world. But until you actually go ahead and trade yourself or watch somebody that actually does trade themselves, you're really not going to learn much. Theory is one thing, but you need to apply the theory and get reference experience. Reference experience is literally the key to succeeding in life. Just taking up everything that you've learned, everything that you do, and molding it into your own personal knowledge and guidebook in your brain to go ahead and navigate through this life, all right? So you can't be lazy. You can't be sitting on your couch all day wondering why you're not successful. You need to actually do things. And trading is no different, all right? The only way you're going to learn is by actually trading yourself. Guys, go ahead and smash up that like button. We currently have 63 viewers and only 36 likes. Smash up that like button. Let's get that to a 1-to-1 even ratio. Straight Crypto is saying that, did you hear Powell talking about the Fed wallet app that is going live next year? He also stated they have a USCBDC ready to go, do the beginning of the end, scary stuff. Yeah, they've been talking about that for a long time, and yeah, I mean, that's what we expect to happen. So it does look pretty bleak, but that's why I like having money that I have control over, like Bitcoin and Monero, because that allows me to really still do whatever I want. Vertigo saying, hey Connor, Trust Wallet token appeared to be safer than stables. Let's check out TWT. TWT holding strong. Nobody's selling this. We had a bit of a sell-off today. But yeah, this thing's holding strong. Shout out to all the Trust Wallet token holders. Shout out to Trust Wallet, great decentralized wallet. If they never got rid of their browser, I would prefer it over MetaMask. But they had to listen to like regulations or something, that they were breaking some kind of law or whatever, I don't know. But they had to get rid of their browser wallet and their app, which made me stop using Trust Wallet. But TWT holding up strong right now. Ninja Site saying, hey Connor, are you also trading metals and oil or other commodities? I used to love trading crude oil, traded gold, silver in the futures markets, but right now I'm strictly trading crypto, only watching crypto, not really trading any other asset class whatsoever right now. And it has been that way for the past several years, right? Once I moved into crypto, I just kind of never traded futures again. So yeah, I mean, I might go back, but I'm enjoying it. And yeah, that's the answer to your question, Ninja Site. Reverend Flashback saying, historically, the bear market bottom of Bitcoin is lower than anybody had expected. What would this mean this time? 1K? So, Reverend Flashback, you also need to remember that historically in bear markets, we've never broken the previous bear market low. All right, so that would mean that we're going to go higher than $3,800. So I don't think we will go to $1,000 because historically speaking, we've never broken the previous bear market low. So I doubt we go to 1K. Jonah Official saying, any buy target for Bitcoin trying to catch the ultimate dip? So Jonah, I think that the ultimate dip is not going to happen, soon, but over the next few months, we could make our way down here to 12K. And that's where if you just want to try to snipe the bottom perfectly, that would be a pretty safe estimate, around 10 to 12. But no telling when it will get there. And for the long term, like I was saying earlier on in the stream, if you plan on being here for the next at least 5 years, right here at 19K is most likely an amazing price. So a dollar cost average approach is not a bad way to do things, but you can do what you want to do. Dave is saying happy Saturday, Connor. Happy Saturday to you as well, Dave. Hangster Dude saying I'm good. I'm finally profitable after 10 months of trading almost every day, so I'm happy. And thank you for your analysis. That helped me a lot, and also today. Shout out to Hangster Dude. Congratulations on being profitable now, trading for 10 months. Dedication pays off, really. That's a perfect testament to your dedication and testament of character and will, staying in it, not giving up, and now you get to reap the rewards, and it only goes up from here. Once you figure out how to make money trading, you need to really be a degenerate to start losing and lose big again. You need to gamble. Once you crack the code within your own mind, because it's not hard. All you need to do is wait for the good setups to actually present themselves. The reason most people lose money is they get jumpy. They're like, oh, I need to enter this trade. Oh, if I put 5K margin and it just goes 1% on 100x leverage, I'll double my 5K. They do make these stupid things in their mind, and they go ahead and gamble all their margin away. So once you kind of figure out that the best way to trade is just to literally just lean back, be patient, chill out, and wait for the market to come to you, it's hard to start really going on a big losing streak again. As long as you just stick to the edges, take high probability setups, and know how to manage your risk, and don't bet too large position sizes, and you'll be okay. But big congratulations to you, Hangster Dude. I'm happy to help along your journey, and awesome to hear the progress that you're making. Free Your Mind saying thoughts on Boba, Connor. They have $40 million in VC funding and a $45 million market cap. So as with most small caps right now, like I've been saying, really all small caps, I'm not too interested in them. Because if Bitcoin goes down to 12K or even to 16K, and it takes months to go ahead and recover, then this $45 million market cap on Boba, especially if they have $40 million in VC funding, these VCs, if they wanted to, I don't know the tokenomics, but it sounds like this is all VC money propping it up. If the VCs want to pull out, if they need to pull out, we're seeing VCs go bankrupt right now, like 3 Arrows Capital. So if the VCs need to pull out, well then, it's just not a good thing, and this market cap can get slashed in half or even larger in an instant. So small caps like this, yeah, it is a pretty good time to maybe enter into a little bit of your small cap, your altcoins, your mid caps. But ultimately, I think these do go much lower from here. And in terms of my thoughts on Boba as a project, I couldn't really talk about it. I don't even know what it does or what it is. A layer 2 Ethereum scaling and augmenting solution. Okay, so it's a layer 2 built by the OMG Foundation. Interesting. Optimistic rollup to reduce gas fees, etc., etc. All right, so it's a layer 2 for ETH. Interesting. But yeah, I still think it can drop much lower. But good question nonetheless, for your mind. Free Your Mind asking, what leverage do you trade with on your shorts? It totally depends on the situation. Typically around 10 to 20x, most likely in the middle at around 15x. I don't usually go higher ever than 20x. Depends though. Today for the lit entry short, I went 3x. Depends what I want to do. Every setup is different. We have Mahajlo Sipik saying, hey Connor, are you trading crude oil? It dropped significantly, maybe a good buying opportunity. Love your streams, man. Keep up the good work. I'm not trading crude, but that doesn't mean I can't chart it. Let's go ahead and take a look at CS. What is the crude oil's futures contract? CL, my bad. Okay. So oil on the daily right now down pretty big. Down 7% on the day. CL, yeah. Been a while since I looked at this oil chart. So as you can see now, it looks like we are headed to this trend line here on crude. right around here. And I don't know if it gets here today, but if it gets here tomorrow or the day after, it's going to be around 104, 105. So from current price, that is 3.5% there on crude. But yeah, this does look like it was a nice rejection from the 88.6. I'm going to guess 78.6 here on crude. Okay, I remember when I used to trade crude, I used to love the 88.6, and it would just skyrocket there every single morning at like the 9:30 a.m. market open. The volatility is crazy on crude oil, so you definitely have to know what you're doing. But it looks like that price is now breaking down. There was a strong trendline break, and yeah, I think this will probably get down to this trendline again. I mean, that's the obvious play for it to make here. So what you want to do is look for shorts, and interesting gap here that was filled, but there is resistance just here at 112.50. Okay, so this could possibly pump up and then continue down lower to this trend line target at 104 approximately for crude. But no, I am not trading crude oil nowadays, to answer your question. Ahmad saying, at what point will you consider Bitcoin long? See, that's tough because, like I said, ultimately, I think that we will actually continue this downtrend going into next week. When the market opens, I'm expecting this to continue to sell off. So at one point, would I open up a long? If I'm going to open up any long, I'm not anticipating a large-scale reversal. I'm simply anticipating a small move for a scalp if I go to open up any long right now. All right, this is not a market where you look for big longs, big reversals. There will be a point, when there is the major reversal, but that's most likely going to come after a long accumulation period at the bottom. But yeah, I mean, I have my lower levels marked out. Right now, most likely, I'm going to look for shorts when price does come back up to my levels, mainly at 20K, overhead at 20,780. And then as you can see, I do have my levels lined up and ready to go. So yeah, ultimately, I'm looking for shorts right now. And I'm not looking for any kind of huge swings past like maybe a 10% move. And really, I'm loving trading altcoins. My favorites to trade are Cardano and Chainlink, right? They move very similar to one another. And Cardano has been my favorite to trade. Everybody who watches Crypto Empire, who has been watching Crypto Empire, should know that, right? Cardano is just like super easy to trade the price action. So yeah, I'm mainly kind of looking at alts, but of course, I'm following Bitcoin heavily. We got Space Boy and Kitty saying, good morning from Brisbane, Australia. Good morning all the way from Brizzy over there on the east coast of Australia. Very interesting that you are over there. But good to see you in the live chat. Shout out to all the Aussie people, all the people from all around the world watching right now. Be sure to smash up that like button. Omar saying, where do you trade for going short or long? Bitget, and I use Bybit as well, but Bitget right now, you go ahead and hit the link in my description below to open up your Bitget account. It is an affiliate link. I am officially affiliated with Bitget, and they do have a great futures trading exchange for leverage going long and short. I will be making a full tutorial on how to use the Bitget exchange, but yeah, go ahead and check it out for yourself. And let's see, On God saying, Litecoin pumped pretty hard after today's drop. Is $49 a good shorting level? It looks like 88.6 on the fib. Check out Litecoin. $49 a good short. So, for the 88.6, I'm getting $50.12. Of course, it depends how you measured your 88.6 or your fib entire retracement. But my 78.6 is right here at 49. So that does look good. Today it pumped right to our golden pocket at 47.50. And if it does get through, yeah, I would say that the 88.6 at 50 does look pretty good. This looks like it could. We're going to see how this does develop, right? Because nobody knows what's going to happen over here on the right side of the chart. But this does look like it could be forming a range-bound environment where we can go ahead and get a tradable range. So this is without a doubt the top of the range up here around 50. So yeah, 50 does look pretty good for a shorting position on Litecoin. But a large dependency is on what Bitcoin does as well. So we're going to see what happens with BTC. If BTC wants to pump up and blow through resistance, well then Litecoin will as well. And this could go all the way up here to around 54. As you can see, 54 bucks, major wick here from May 12th. Was never really back tested. So if we do see, this could be a huge shorting level up here at $54 on Litecoin. Subwest RC saying, just wanted to say thanks for giving me a heads up about the Celsius crash. I withdrew all my assets from Celsius a couple days before they paused all withdrawals. Legend, mate. No problem, Subwest RC. Awesome to hear that you went ahead and took action and got your money out before they stopped all withdrawals. I'm happy that I have the platform to be here and let you guys know about that kind of stuff. Because yes, the red flags were all there. And, it did look like they were going to pause withdrawals and go bankrupt, and it's playing out now. So shout out to you for taking the action necessary and for watching the streams to get up-to-date relevant news on what's happening in crypto. So big shout out to you, and I'm happy that I was able to save you from the frustration of not being able to get your money out of Celsius, because it's really a bad situation, and normal everyday people are now in jeopardy of losing a ton of money, which is horrible. So I never want to see that happen. But it's good to hear that you got your money out ahead of time. Jix8533 saying, how low you think Kadena goes? KDA. So I have my levels on my chart, and we have a demand zone from 94 to 80 or 69, 70 cents. Another one from 37 down to 31 cents. So those are your levels for Kadena on how low I think it can possibly go. 30 cents maybe as the lowest. Reverend Flashback saying, Connor, I don't think we go to 1K. It was just a guess to hear your opinion. It's true that BTC never went lower than the previous bear low, but it also never broke below the previous all-time high until today. True. So yeah, 1K would be a stretch, but, nothing is impossible, but I doubt that happens. Simply put, here we go. Yeah, I doubt we get all the way to 1K. Most likely 9 would be like the lowest single-digit number for my speculation. But hey, we'll see what happens. Always good to debate possible scenarios that could play out. Monica saying, just shows you how much a con it is. I can't sign into Kraken at the moment. So yeah, I don't use Kraken myself, but I always like to say you never want one single point of failure. But it's so annoying when an exchange goes down and you can't sign in when you want to make a move. But I always like to use multiple exchanges. I never have all my eggs in one basket. And yeah, because one centralized exchange can go down out of nowhere, freeze withdrawals out of nowhere. And that's why you need to have multiple exchange accounts and be ready for anything. Bicho Brazil joining in on this Saturday evening. Shout out to Bicho Brazil from the jungles of Central America saying, Pura Vida Emperor, how about this dip, eh? Glad to hang out with you on the winning team. Saludos. Shout out to Bicho Brazil. Absolute legend. Yeah, it's great to hang out. Pretty crazy dip today, Bicho, if I do say so myself. And yeah, we're seeing what does come next of this. But very volatile day in the cryptocurrency markets. We got Brett saying good morning from Sydney. Shout out to everybody from Australia tuning in on their Sunday morning to the live stream. Great way to start your morning with Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. We got Dre with us now. What's happening, Dre? Good to see you here in the live chat. Smash up that like button if you're just getting in here. Bailey Miller saying Metis has been trending a bunch. So some interesting activity happening with these low caps. And this does look like it has some nice bullish divergence playing out here. Might as well pull up the RSI as well and see what we got going on. And yeah, not really. Kind of equal lows here. But yeah, strong bounce for Metis, and it kind of looks like the rest of the market right now, where it was going sideways, dropped, strong bounce now. So yeah, it kind of does look like everything else at the current moment in time. GT Nut saying, how's your shoulder? Ground and pound. Yeah, shoulder's getting better. It partially, I don't want to like be negative or anything, right? But injuries are a pain in the butt. They are kind of the worst thing that could happen to you when training, because they take you out of your training. But yeah, shoulders getting better. Probably going to be another 5 to 8 weeks maybe before I'm back up to full speed. But it's not major, but I'm just going to wait for the tendons, ligaments, and muscle tissue to relax and kind of, get them stronger again. After that ball and socket joint got a little unstable there. Let's see. Why is Solana holding up? So why is Solana holding up? Not really holding up. I mean, it dipped violently like everything else down to 27 and simply just bounced back up to 38 or 31.83 right now. So it's not really holding up better than anything else, but it is kind of pumping up a little bit more. But ultimately, I think Solana is going to 20 at least. Could easily go sub $20. So yeah, short term it could be holding up. This is a 1 hour chart, so short term it for sure could hold up. But yeah, it's headed down here to, I would say, around the $20 level. Steve, we got Crypto Trucker Steve with us today saying thanks for streaming today. Hi to all the Empire Nation. Shout out to you, Trucker Steve. Thank you for being here in the live chat today. Good to see you here as always. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Be sure to smash up that like button, as I'm sure you already do, for the legend that you are. But everybody, shout out to Trucker Steve, an absolute crypto and crypto empire legend. Big shout out. We got Vertigo saying good stuff, Connor. I like your analysis. Awesome. Thank you for the support, Vertigo. We got Nurullah Muhammad saying hi from Ireland. Shout out to you all the way from Ireland on the other side of the pond. Rigoberto, good to see you as well. Can you take a look at Mina? We can take a look at Mina. Do some objective technical analysis on Mina. This thing looks like it's free falling. Go listen to Tom Petty, Free Falling. You'll know what I'm talking about. Current market cap on this is $318 million. Let's see if we can pull up a chart with some more data. Because if this thing, not too familiar with this crypto, but if it did launch up here at $5 and it is now, at 57 cents, the best course of action to take, if it launched at $9, that's even worse. I'm not sure what the history of this project is. Let's see, its all-time low is, all right, it's at all-time lows right now. So that tells you everything that you need to know. It's at all-time lows. It's not just going to miraculously pump up. It could, but that would be a pump and dump exit pump by the whale. It's kind of similar to what we're seeing right now in lit entry. For this, it's probably going to have to accumulate at the bottom for a long period of time, multiple months, before it starts to form any type of sustained uptrend where you'll see the gains that you want to see. Because I'm assuming you want to see multiples on this. You want to see a 5, 10, 50x. That's not going to happen. It probably will not form a V-shaped recovery. It's going to be a long, drawn-out bottom before any type of uptrend. At all-time lows right now, I would not touch this with a 10-foot pole at the current moment in time. Woo Network pumping. Is it pumping or was it just the bounce? Yeah, so it's just the bounce. It's not really pumping too hard, right? It capitulated down to 10 cents. And now with the rest of the market bouncing, it's bouncing as well. So I can't really say that it's pumping. Very optimistic of you to say that, but I mean, it is forming a bit of an uptrend here in the shorter term, but realistically, this could still drop much lower. I think we're going to be in this bear market for at least another 6 months, I'd say, until the end of the year. We'll see what happens though. But yeah, Woo, great project, but could still definitely drop lower. Bailey Miller, what are your favorites of the top 20 in regards to market cap? Good question. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top 20 market cap. So Monero is at 29, but one of my favorites. Polygon at 25, I like a lot. FTX, I mean, very strong probability that it succeeds long term. Polkadot, BNB. Objective look right there. Those are my favorites. So if we're going to do top 30, we got Monero, Matic. I don't love FTX, but I mean, listen, it's Sam's coin again, so strong bet. Strong bet it will do well. And then, yeah, Polkadot, BNB, and of course Bitcoin as well. Joe Green being very negative in the chat right now, saying that crypto is good for nothing. Well, okay, everybody is entitled to their opinion. I am on the opposite end of the spectrum, where I believe that crypto is an amazing innovation, and I'll even go as far as to compare it to the early versions of the internet, where much like the early versions of the internet, people back in the 90s said that the internet was just a fad. It was nothing. It went on to completely change the world, and I believe that cryptocurrency is doing the exact same thing, but in today's modern day and age. So yes, you can be negative, you can be pessimistic, but only time will tell who will be correct, if the optimists are correct or if the doubters are. Either way, if I'm wrong, I will easily and happily admit that I was wrong about crypto, but I believe in the longevity of cryptocurrency, especially things like Bitcoin and other currencies like Monero, because if you look at the other alternatives, what other option do we really have? So, I mean, you can have fun using your app with your QR codes and your, you know what I'm talking about, but I prefer a different way, so that's all. And with any disruptive technology, it's going to be extremely volatile in the beginning. Just look at the tech bubble burst from the early days of the internet. Went all the way up, went all the way down, and only the strong survived. Crypto most likely will be the exact same thing. So I do believe that you were wrong, Joe Green, but we can always agree to disagree. Crackshot saying, what new all-time high do you predict Bitcoin when the bull market begins? I mean, over 100K, I would say, for that. Can't really get into that too deep right now. What do you think about Kadena? I like Kadena as a layer 1. I think it does have the potential to do very well next bull market. Joe Green asking, what does crypto produce? Well, it certainly produces the ability to easily transact with anybody around the world in an extremely inexpensive manner that can never be stopped. I'm not sure where else you can do that. And among other things, but yeah, has some pretty strong use cases, I would say. Ahmad saying, can we get a quick bounce on Matic to 38? to 38. Looking at this 1 hour, I mean, it's pretty close, huh? And that does look like a nice resistance level to look for shorts at 38. I would look out for this supply zone, though. Don't fade it at 38.7 to 39. All right, we could go up there as well. But there is resistance down at 36. So we could bounce there before heading lower. But again, I do think we continue the downtrend come market open on actually Tuesday. But I think the CME, the Bitcoin CME, will trade on Monday. And I expect that to sell off. So we'll see. Costa saying Joe Green bought the top. Yeah, seems like it, right? Joe Green is a Dan Pena fan, quoting 0. I like that, Joe Green, making me laugh right now. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I feel a lot better holding crypto than I would without any exposure whatsoever. So when the day comes, we will view back at this live stream and see who was right and who was wrong. And we could talk about it then. But for now, it's pure speculation. And we'll see what happens. Jonah saying he bought the top. We're in the anger stage. I love it. You guys are funny. Shout out to the Crypto Empire community in the live chat right now. Francis Band is saying simple economics. Interest rates will have to be raised up to 5% to slow inflation, so we are way off on interest rates to make meaningful change. Yes, I think rates do go higher for the foreseeable future, right? That's exactly what the Fed has been saying as well. So yeah, rates are going to continue to get hiked, and until they don't get hiked, until they get tapered off and then reduced, we're probably not going to get that bull market that we're looking for. So a lot does rely on the Fed to flip on the switch for the money printer. Our guy Joe Green loves that money printer, and yeah, we need that to happen. All right, so let's talk about some other things. So we got Loma Crypto saying normally alts would have nuked significantly harder than Bitcoin. He doesn't think this is happening because the marginal retail traders who bought bad coins have already capitulated. What you're seeing is probably high net worth, that's more sophisticated trading entities capitulating right now. So yes, alts aren't going as low as, I mean, they are selling off. Like, look at this daily chart. But usually they would be nuking to the absolute floor. So yes, the majority of retail, the people that took out mortgages on their house when Bitcoin was 60 grand to go ahead and use that money to enter into crypto, those people have already sold and are now in complete regret, right? The strong hands are still here. We're still here doing our thing. We know what's going to happen, or we have a very high degree of certainty in the probability that does play out in the future that crypto will go up again. So we're not worried. But the people that just got in, like Joe Green was saying, get rich quick never works. Yeah, it doesn't. Listen, it took me, years, right? I got in crypto at like the end of 2017, early 2018. It took me until like 2020, 2021 to actually make it. That's a 4-year thing, all right? Did not happen overnight. There's no such thing as overnight success in anything. So Joe Green, I do agree with you, but I'm not in this to get rich quick. I'm in this to get rich for sure. And I don't care how long it takes. I know this market is ever providing and is the vehicle to, give me a lot of money in my bank account. And it's already done that. So, yeah, there's no such thing as get rich quick. I agree. But if you have that mindset, nothing is going to work for you. So, yeah, it can take multiple years, but you should be okay with that. You should definitely be okay with that. Amzad asking, is 10K possible for Bitcoin? Yes, I do think 10K is possible. I think 10 to 12K is definitely possible for BTC. I talked about this a lot at the beginning of this live stream. I understand we've already been going for an hour and 4 minutes. Time is flying by on this Saturday evening. But yes, 10 to 12 is definitely possible. We are long term for sure. DAG. Have you looked at Link, Expendable Youth? We did look at Link. I was trading Link today, and for Link, as you can see, it was coiling up. I caught this small move down, and now it is pumping back up. Next resistance overhead is going to be at 625 up here, and past that, up here from 670 to 680. But I'm not going to open up a trade right now at 8 p.m. on a Saturday evening, so I can let my eyes rest looking at these charts. We got Mr. Sellers Homes tuning in, saying liked and subscribed. Shout out to Mr. Sellers Homes. Good to see you here in the live chat. Ming saying anything is possible, but can you time the bottom? No, you can't. You really think all those billionaires will just let it roll over? I don't. Drake UK saying, I hold a fair bag of CRO. I know it's not out yet fully in the US, but what are your thoughts, if any? So CRO would be good if they actually cared about their customers and weren't just a huge data grab. That's my opinion on Crypto.com, Kronos called nowadays. It's just a huge, it seems like a huge data grab. They keep on screwing over their customers and investors. Right? They used to have the MCO token. They switched over to CRO, made all their early investors really unhappy. Now they cut all the rewards for their card, and they make it so it's like not even worth it to have an account there. They charge super high fees on their exchange, but they have the best marketing in crypto. But yeah, I think CRO is going to stay relevant because their audience is the mainstream people that have no idea what crypto really is and are just getting started, like complete beginners. So they attract them with fancy, flashy marketing like LeBron James and other famous athletes. You know, they're in LA. Previously used to be the Staples Center, now Crypto.com Arena. So they know how to do marketing, but their actual product is trash with CRO. That's my opinion on it. 200 EMA still important for Bitcoin? Yes, it is. At around $22,200 on BTC, that is overhead resistance. As you can see, that is going to take place right over here. All right, so that's definitely big overhead resistance on Bitcoin. Still holding Wise? No, I'm not. Dumped. Let's see. Amzad, Bitcoin anytime, wash money. Francis, you should invest gold, must be forgetting Bitcoin. All right, so there was supposed to be 152K of Ethereum being liquidated at around just below $900 from Celsius, but it looks like it was saved. This was calling the massive sell-off on ETH earlier today. I meant to cover this earlier, but before we do go ahead and end the stream, I will talk about it now. Celsius still in danger of being liquidated to hundreds of millions of billions of dollars and causing a lot of fear right now. And listen, the big whales, the hedge funds, the players that know how to manipulate markets are watching these on-chain liquidations. They're watching retail go to short the lows, and we just had an epic short squeeze already on ETH, right? We were at 881, back up to 1,000. And yeah, that is our situation on ETH. Now with Wise, I should say with Wise, I actually staked some for 4 years. So I sold a lot of it, I should say. But I have some stake that I can't touch. And I'm not going to exit my stake early for the penalty. So all the things that I staked for just that first initial year, I got rid of. But I have long-term stakes of like 4 years that I'm holding still. But yeah, my like short 1 year stake that I staked when it first launched, sold it all, got out of it. But I unfortunately am still holding a bag for 4 years. We'll see what happens with that. Wendy's saying, as a newbie, I bought Cardano to stake early. 21 had to sell it in May because my car broke down. Was able to buy a brand new car off the profit I made. Looking to buy ADA again to stake. Crypto not useless. There you go, Wendy, taking profits to upgrade your lifestyle. Good for you. Do you think last capitulation can happen next week? No, I don't. I don't think it's going to happen next week. It's going to take a while. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Bailey saying, I don't know, Connor. I love CRO. It's a great asset and possibly the next Binance. They have great customer support, and I've never had an issue with them, but I can say the same for KuCoin. Yeah, I like KuCoin. If I had to pick the next Binance, it would be KuCoin. I have not heard of Dex Finance Helim TA. Try has been saying bridge pumped 170% the last couple of days. Interesting. Sam J saying, good job. The right mindset. Just subscribed. Wish you the best on your channel. Shout out to you, Sam J. Kalaf. Thank you for your support. Welcome to Crypto Empire. Good to see you here in the live chat. For your mind saying, thanks, bro. No problem for your mind. Cost is saying, same. Sold my liquid wise and left the stakes. Yeah, I mean, what else could you do right now, right? You want the liquidity. It sat there, did nothing for a year. You want your money back, or at least what's left of it. And, we'll see what happens if Peter can pull it off for the long term. But yeah, who knows what's going to happen with that one. With that being said, guys, we've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. It's time to go ahead and start wrapping up this edition of the Crypto Empire live stream on this Saturday evening from the East Coast of the U.S. My name is Connor. This is where we dominate the crypto market. If you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And, of course, turn on all the notifications so you don't miss any future videos and you're notified immediately when I go live or post a regular video. Also, be sure to check the links down in the description below. If you want to start trading crypto, open up a Bitget account. If you want to get my up-to-date daily analysis as well as all of my trading calls, constant market updates, go ahead and join the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. That is the first link down in the description below. I really have nothing else to say now. I'll be back tomorrow again for another edition of Crypto Empire Live. So I'll see you all tomorrow. With that being said, enjoy your Saturday evening. If you're watching from Australia, which I know a lot of you are, enjoy your Sunday. Make the most of it. I'll see you all in the evening time, all the Aussies out there. And I'll see everybody tomorrow as well. So have a great evening. Enjoy your Saturday night. Don't turn up too much or do whatever you want. Really have as much fun as you want. I'm going to enjoy myself. But with that being said,